In this video, I'll discuss an example of problem solving. While I was at State Farm, I knew that the company was going through a huge reorganization. And because of my position in data management, I knew that when a person changed from one unit to the other, that the high-level qualifier of the data set had to be renamed. This was for security reasons. They could only edit data sets that had their high-level qualifier on it. But when you moved to another unit, you had a different high-level qualifier, therefore the need to rename them. Well, this wasn't much of a problem for the unit that did this because one or two people moving a day isn't a problem to rename their data sets. But I saw that in the future, when they executed this reorganization, that hundreds, maybe even 1,000 people in one day would need their data sets renamed. And I suggested to this team that I could write an application to where the client could do it themselves, and they weren't interested in this suggestion. I couldn't believe it. So I went to my boss and asked him if I could work on this, developing this application, full-blown, State Farm standards, everything, screen standards. And he says, as long as it didn't interfere with my current projects, I could. So I wrote it. It was ready for everything but issuance because it wasn't approved. Well, about 9 months later, I got a phone call, and they were reminding me of a conversation that we had about 9 months ago about a high-level qualifier rename application or tool, and they needed that application now. Needless to say, looking forward, solving problems ahead of time, using that skill, developed this application way before it was needed.